We're on Scepter Records. We went to Scepter Studios. It was amazing. Owned by Florence Greenberg. She managed the Shirelles. She wrote Soldier Boy for the Shirelles. We got to back the Shirelles. We backed the Crystals, the Ronettes. Her songwriters in-house were Burt Bacharach and Hal David, Nick Ashford and Valerie Simpson. We met them all, hung out with them, recorded some great music, and Florence's son, Stanley Greenberg, was the engineer on the sessions for doing more working for us. The thing that amazed me is he was blind. So he'd sit there and twist the knobs and get a perfect sound on our records. And the Beatles had a song out called Paperback Writer. And I wanted to write a song like Paperback Writer, The Day in the Life of a Guy. Just like Johnny B. Good with The Day in the Life of a Guy, written decades before by Chuck Berry. And I wanted to write a song. And every day Stanley, this is like August in New York, it's like 90 above, 90 humidity. Stanley would wear a white collar, button down, a tweed jacket with leather patches, a tweed tie, tweed pants, with pleats in them. Remember those pants with pleats? And those weird brogue shoes. I say, Stanley, why do you dress like that? We're all wearing cutoffs and flip-flops like it's 90 above out. He said, I want to look like the best producer in the world, George Martin. And I said, well, you look like George Martin. You look really great. Stanley had to leave this, and I said, I want to write a song about you. I'm going to call it White Collar Worker because he wore a white button-down collar. And it's going to be my Paperback Writer. So you leave the studio every day at 10. You go home, obviously. Do you live downtown New York? He said, no, I have to take the train. I said, well, how do you do that? He said, well, I walk to Grand Central Station. I said, well, I want to come with you because I want to write a song and I want to see what's happening. And so we go out the studio, it's like 10 after 10 at night. He's got a white cane. I say, so how do you find Grand Central Station? And he's saying, like, don't try to help me. I do this every night. You want to take his arm. And he says, well, I go out and I turn right and I count 852 steps. And then I hear beep, beep, the little traffic signal. Then I walk 150 steps that way, I hear another beep, beep, and I'm walking with this guy. I'm amazed. We get to Grand Central Station. But it's like 10:20 now, 10:25. The streets are empty. Everybody's in the theaters or Madison Square Gardens, and the streets are absolutely empty. So we get there and I say, Stanley, there's nothing to write about. I guess I don't have a song. You're going to take the train, and when do you come back? He said, I take the 8:15 into the city. Okay, and then when do you get here? I said, if I get here about 20 to 9, I walk to work, I start my slaving job to get my pay, and I go, oh, it sounds like there's a song there. So I write this song, and everybody hates this song. It's called White Collar Worker. It's a copy of Paperback Writer, but the verses are the same. Everybody likes the verses, which are, you know these. They get up in the morning from the alarm clock's morning, take the 8:15 to the city. There's a whistle up above and people pushing, people shoving, and the girls who try to look pretty. And if your train's on time, you can get to work by 9 and start your slaving job to get your pay. If you ever get annoyed, look at me, I'm self-employed, and I love to work at nothing all. Here's the part you don't know. White collar worker, just like Paperback Writer. So I'm so excited. I played that for Burton Cummings. He says, gag me with a drumstick. We'll never do that song. We're going to get sued by Lennon and McCartney. And go, great, we get to meet them. So that song, White Collar Worker, never gets on a Guess Who album. It misses the first album, the second, the third album. I leave. I start a band called Brave Belt that evolves into BTO, Bachman Overdrive. It doesn't make the first album or the second or the third, which becomes Brave Belt 1. I still have this song on a little shelf of my favorite things next to my heart, the lyrics to White Collar Worker. And I know I need something else. So on a certain gig, on a certain night, driving over the bridge in Vancouver, Daryl B., our buddies on the radio, goes, this is Daryl B. on C-Fun Radio, we're taking care of business. And I go, what a great song title. And it's just like if you have a good dream, you gotta write it down. So I'm looking for my songwriting kit in my car, which you all have. It's a smashed crayon and McDonald's napkin. I write all my ideas down on this, and I write down taking care of business so I don't forget it. So we get to the gig that night. It's Saturday night. We've been playing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 5 50-minute sets a night. And it's the last set Saturday night, and the guy wants to sell his drinks. It's a bar. And Fred Turner comes up to me and he says, I can't sing anymore. You gotta sing the last set. So he's telling me I have to sing the last set. So I think, gee, I don't know that many songs. Like I had a great singer like Burton Cummings and a singer like Fred Turner in BTO, so I don't know that many songs. But at the time, Carlos Santana had a song called Oye Como Va. So I figured, I don't know any Spanish, but nobody in Vancouver knows any Spanish. My mother's Ukrainian, that's why I was taught, given the violin to play polkas at her Ukrainian house parties. And so I'm going to do Oye Como Va, Ukrainian style, and see if I can get the people dancing, because nobody's dancing. So I started. This is Ukrainian style. Oye Como Va, the rogues bueno vamos a. Oye Como Va, the lachi bueno vamos a. The club owner is going, yes, yes, and he's going like this, which is TV talk for keep it going, keep them dancing. Because if you stop playing, they sit down and the battle starts all over again. So I'm wondering, what am I going to do? And a light bulb goes on the other side of my head and goes, this is your big chance for white-collar worker. The band is your hostage on stage. They can't say no. They've said no for 4 albums. This is your big chance. So don't put in the white-collar worker part, put in taking care of business, see how it fits. So I start, you can dance, and you can dance. It's better near the end. Same lyrics. They get in the morning from the alarm clock's gonna take 8:15 to the city. When I get to the middle, I don't go, white collar worker. I go, taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every way. Taking care of business, it's all mine. Taking care of business and working overtime. Work out. We played that for 30 minutes. They danced all night long. When we stopped singing it, my brother kept the kick drum going and they all sang Taking Care of Business. So we go to record it 2 weeks later. Fred Turner says, I want you to sing this and stop doing the silly Oye Como Va pierogi song. Sing our own song. So I sang this song once, Taking Care of Business. It was like we'd been in the studio 14 hours. I sang it once. I had a bad throat. It's a really terrible vocal. The song speeds up and slows down. We don't care. It's an album cut. As I'm about to leave the studio, there's a knock at the door. I open the door and there's a guy standing there in an army fatigue suit with an army hat, a big frizzy black beard and frizzy black hair, and he's holding 3 pizzas. And he said, did you guys order the pizzas? And I said, no, go down the hall. So down the hall, we were in A. Down in B, Steve Miller was recording Fly Like an Eagle album. And further down the hall, Moore was doing Why Can't We Be Friends album. So he comes back about 10 minutes later, no pizza, so we obviously delivered them down the hall. And he knocks on the door again. I said, yeah, can we help you? He says, well, are you guys, looks like you're leaving. We're putting on our coats. I said, yeah, we've been here like 14, 15 hours. We're going back to our hotel to sleep. And he says, I've been standing outside the door listening to this song, Taking Care of Business. And I'm not really just a pizza delivery guy. I only deliver at the end of the month when I can't pay my rent. I'm a piano player. Can I play piano on this song? I go, what? Are you kidding? I'd rather have Elton John or Little Richard, but they're in LA going crazy. So you're here right now, so the moment is now. We'll give you 1 take. Normally when you're having a piano, you tune it up. You tune it and have a piano, so the piano's out of tune. We throw in a mic cover, let's say the guy, you got 1 take. He plays it once, he goes home delivering pizza, we go home and sleep. The next day we come back to the studio, the head of our label flies in. Comes in 1 day early. He's not supposed to come in. Comes in 1 day early. And he says, let me hear the album. So I say to the engineer, do not play Taking Care of Business piano, because we haven't heard it back, it might be terrible. So he plays it without the piano. And halfway through, he pushes up the piano and it comes in. And Charlie Thatch, the head of our label, jumps out of his chair and goes, that is amazing. BTO with the piano? That's phenomenal. You guys are all nuts because you and the Doobies and Frampton and ZZ Top, you're all guitars, bass, and drums. And Elton John owns AM and FM radio because of the piano. You having a piano is going to get you Elton John real estate on Top 40 radio. Let's hear the whole track again. So we played the whole track again. He goes crazy. He says, I love this. Let's leave it the way it is. Who's playing the piano? I say a pizza delivery guy. He says, no, seriously, who's playing the bloody piano? I said, seriously? It's a pizza delivery guy. He goes, oh my God, we got to find out who this guy is. He's got to be in the union. We got to give him credit. Or this is going to be a party song. You're going to be playing this every night for the rest of your life. And I go, you got to be kidding. And he says, we got to find this guy. So stop everything. So I get the yellow pages. I take some to the lady at the front, and I say, okay, you start at Antonio's. I'll go halfway through to Mario's and phone every Italian pizza place within 3 blocks of the studio and see if they have a delivery guy that looks like Fidel Castro. So we get lucky. I get a guy that goes, yeah, he's not really our delivery boy. And I said, yeah, he's just a piano player that delivers the last 2 days of the month when he can't pay his rent. What's his name? Well, we can't give employees' names over the phone. Is he working today? Yeah, he starts at 6. Send him down. What kind of pizza do you want? Send yesterday's pizza. We don't care. We just want the guy. So he comes in. His name was Norman Durkee. That's the piano you hear on Taking Care of Business. One take by a pizza delivery guy. That was Norman Durkee's big claim to fame. 2 years later, he was Bette Midler's musical director on her first North American tour. And when I played with Ringo Starr's All-Star Band in '95, our tour ended at the Greek Theater in LA, and Norman Durkee was the pianist for the LA Philharmonic. Now you can stand up. Now we're going to take care of some real business. Taylor's on the piano. I'm waiting for the stool to vanish. There it goes. You want to dance? This is your chance.
nothing.